Good evening. Jessica Kelley says she should not be charged with child abuse resulting in the death of Victoria Martins.
Her lawyers say the state can't prove she's a killer of any kind. News 13's Madeline Schmidt is live at District Court with an update on the case. Madeline?
Dean and Jessica, just weeks ago, Jessica Kelley twice tried to take a plea deal for child abuse resulting in death, but Judge Charles Brown refused to sign off on it. Now, based partially on that, she now believes that the charge should just be dropped altogether.
She signed the plea agreement. She was well aware and advised by her counsel with regard to what those charges were.
Apparently no longer willing to face 49 years in prison as part of a plea deal, Jessica Kelley is asking Judge Charles Brown to drop count 1 against her, child abuse resulting in death. He's already rejected Kelley's 2 prior attempted plea deals, which may be an indication of how he'll respond to this motion.
Did you have any indication or idea that something was going to happen?
No, not until after it happened.
I can't accept a guilty plea as to count 1.
In court last month, Kelley said that a 4th man who killed Victoria came into the West Side Albuquerque apartment back in 2016 and asked for Favo, referring to her cousin, Fabian Gonzalez. But Gonzalez and Victoria's mother, Michelle Martins, had left the 10-year-old with Kelley.
I didn't think it, I didn't really think that there was something bad going to happen the way it did. I just thought maybe he knew who was there and he knew the girl. That's why he asked who was there. And then once I said the girl, he walked to the room and nodded, and I'm like, okay.
Kelley's attorney argues that the state doesn't have enough evidence to prove she's any kind of killer. The state—
Were you caring for Victoria?
Yes.
—disagrees. In court documents, prosecutors argue Kelley had a responsibility to protect Victoria, especially knowing of Gonzalez's drug-fueled gang ties.
She knew or should have known of the substantial and foreseeable risk that this individual posed to Victoria Martins.
That flies in the face of all reason and common sense. You're asking that Ms. Kelley be somehow a mind reader.
Now, DA Raul Torres was unavailable for an interview today. A spokesperson from his office, though, did recommend us to check out some court documents that express frustration with how Judge Brown is handling these plea deals, saying that Judge Brown did not let the state clarify why it's charging Jessica Kelley with child abuse resulting in death. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Madeline. This was one of the several motions filed yesterday in the case. Another request to change a venue from Bernalillo County to elsewhere in the state due to intense media coverage.